Okay, so.
Teacher, in what bar is the book?
It's in the platform at the very top.
All right, thank you.
So, here we are. Let's learn about past tense. So, past tense, we use it for different and specific situations. We have series of completed actions. For example, he sat down, took out a notebook, and started writing. Series of completed actions. Another use of the simple past is habits in the past. For example, Jen played the piano when she was a child. Also, we have a completed action in the past. This is basically the most important usage of simple past, something that has an end in the past. Sally baked a cake yesterday.
Teacher, what do you mean bake?
Baked a cake?
Hornear?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Also, duration in the past. They stayed up all night. Stayed up means awake with the eyes open. They stayed up all night. So this is basically how we use past tense, okay? Can someone take a screenshot of this and share it in the WhatsApp group? All right, thank you, Lina and Diana, Colombian Power. So let's go to the presentation. Let's learn the structure of positive or affirmative, negative, and interrogative sentences. What is the auxiliary we use in past tense? We use the auxiliary did, okay? Did not for negative, did for interrogative. And what's an auxiliary? An auxiliary tells me in what tense the sentence is. The auxiliary tells us in what tense, present, past, future, present perfect, past perfect, the sentence is. If I see that my sentence has did, I know that it's in past, right? That's the purpose or the function of the auxiliaries, okay? And the same structure with present simple, but on this time, we will not use the auxiliary do and does. We will use did for all the pronouns. For all the pronouns. Okay, can you help me to read the examples, please, Brandon?
Susan went into the station and bought a ticket. I always got up at 6 in those days. I lived in Austria for several years.
Very good. So, as you may know, we have verbs conjugated in past tense. So let's see if you remember the conjugation of these verbs of the daily routine. Wake up, what is the past tense?
Woke up.
Woke up.
Woke up. Get up.
Got up.
Got up.
Say.
So,
Said.
Said.
Said. Repeat. Said.
Said.
Make.
Made.
Make.
made,
Made. Brush.
brush it,
Rushed.
Brush.
Brushed.
Brushed.
Take a shower.
Took.
Took a shower.
Took a shower. Put.
Put.
But
Put. The same.
AD.
Have.
had,
Had.
Went to school.
Go to
Went to
school.
school.
Went.
Went.
To school.
Went.
Had again. Went again.
Had again.
Had.
Brushed again.
Read the difference is how you pronounce.
And what is the pronunciation?
Read.
Red.
Like the
As the
color.
pronunciation. Red. Listen.
Listen.
Listened. Take.
Took.
Again.
Oh.
Took. And again. Put. Said.
What?
Watch.
Watched.
Watched. And went. As you can see, we have two kinds of verbs. So we have regular. A regular verb follows the rule of adding ed at the end. For example, play, played. Start, started. Add, added. But the irregular verbs don't follow the rule of ed. They have their own form. Tienen su propia forma. Own propia. They have their own form. Run, ran. Drink, what is the past tense?
Drunk.
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 Have, what is the past tense?
Have.
Had. Very good. So we have two types or kind of verbs, right? For Past tense, regular and irregular. Let's go to the whiteboard. Okay, so I have one sentence here. My sentence says, I wake up at 8 a.m. The past tense will be, I woke up at 8 a.m. And I need to add something else to indicate that I'm talking in past. I can add, for example, yesterday, last week, last Monday, etc. Okay? So now is your turn. Write the negative form in the chat. What is the negative form for I woke up at 8 a.m. yesterday? Negative form. Remember that we use the auxiliary did not or didn't. Write it in the chat. So the answer is I didn't wake up at 8 a.m. yesterday. I didn't wake up at 8 a.m. yesterday. What happened here is that I don't need to write the verb in past tense. Why? Because I have my auxiliary. So the auxiliary helps the verb to stay in the infinitive form. So in the negative form and interrogative form, the verb is with the original form. Interrogative. Alan Gutierrez, can you say the interrogative form of I didn't wake up at 8 a.m. yesterday?
Okay, sería, bueno, it will be, did I wake up at 8 a.m. yesterday?
Right, so we have our auxiliary. We have our auxiliary did first. Then we have the subject. Then we have the verb in the original form. Why, teacher? Because I have my auxiliary. So say thank you to the auxiliary so we can have a better grammar. Does it make sense? Do you have any questions, curiosity, comment about past tense structure? Everything clear like Coca-Cola? All right. Perfect. So now let's go to the pronunciation, okay? And this is where your mind is going to blow. So in the platform, let me see if you have it in day 2 or day 3. I have a pronunciation guide for you guys. Yes. So in the platform, you will find a PDF document. And the PDF document has a pronunciation guide for regular verbs. The link, I shared a link in the Zoom chat. You can try to click it. If not, go to the platform. Let me show you my dragons. Okay, here is your platform, you see. Week 1, day 2. Here you have some amazing videos that your teacher posted for you because he loves you so much. The pictures, if you want to download them, you can. And at this section, you will find pronunciation past tense regular verbs. It's a PDF document. All right, so pay attention to this. We have 3 groups of verbs in past tense. Number 1, number 2, and number 3. Okay? Let's learn how to pronounce verbs in number 1. Group number 1. In past tense, we will pronounce with T at the end if the verbs end with a voiceless sound. What is a voiceless sound, teacher? The sound of the F, K, P, S, H, sh, C, H, ch, S, X, x, except T. The voiceless sound is the voice where your throat doesn't vibrate. For example, H, H, repeat in your house, H. So what of these sounds do you think H ends?
TH,
What?
TH,
CH, H, right? What is the last sound? CH. So in past tense, I will pronounce it with T at the end. H, t, t, t. Repeat, H, t, H. T. Let's go with the next one. Ask. Repeat in your houses, ask. Ask. What of these sounds do you consider is the last sound of the verb ask?
Okay.
A.
Very good. So in past tense is not asked. I asked a question, teacher, yesterday, but you didn't answer me. No, no, no. It's asked. Repeat, asked. Asked. Let's go with other verbs. Cash. 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 What of these sounds do you consider cash has?
SH.
SH. So the past tense will be cashed. No, it's cashed. Repeat, cashed. 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 Let's see. Cook. Repeat in your houses. Cook. Cook. What of these sounds has the verb cook in the last syllable?
Okay.
K.
All right. So how is the pronunciation in past tense?
Cashed.
Cashed? No, I said cooked.
Good.
Cooked? Is that the pronunciation in past? No, it is cooked. Repeat, cooked.
Good.
Cooked. Cooked. One more time, cooked. So from today, your pronunciation of past tense will not be the same, right? Because I know that because we write it with ed, we think that we pronounce it with ed, but it's not like that. So let's go with another verb. Cough. Cough. Repeat in your houses. Cough. 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 What is this sound, Jared?
Sorry, teacher, I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Always the aggregate ed, the sound is e. Como cook,
Cooked.
cooked. The sound is the t.
Mhm. Yes,
Thank
this
you.
is group number 1. Los verbos que en su forma original terminen con los sonidos que son voiceless, como el de la F, K, P, SH, CH, S, X, se pronuncian con T. No necesariamente el verbo tiene que terminar con la letra, es el sonido. Por ejemplo, cough. Repeat in your houses, cough. So, what of these sounds do you consider the verb has?
F.
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 Does everyone agree? F. So, in past tense, we still write it with ed. Todavía lo escribimos con ed. Eso no cambia, porque son regulares. ¿Sí? Los verbos regulares obedecen la regla de ed, right? Pero ya no voy a decir, I coughed yesterday, teacher, because I was sick, so I couldn't attend to your class. No, you will say, oh, teacher, I coughed a lot because I was sick. Oh, are you from the United States? Yeah. Your favorite, right? Your favorite dance. What is the pronunciation in past tense?
Danced.
Danced. Danced. And what is the sound of the last syllable? Dance.
S.
S.
S. So it's not danced. Teacher, the last Friday I was with a girl and we danced a lot. No. You danced. Oh. Bailaron. past tense. Okay. So let's go with group number 2. Group number 2 says that all the verbs that ends with a voiced sound. What is a voiced sound? The sound when your throat vibrates. What is that sound? Sound of B, G, J, L, M, N, R, V, Z, 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 like zoom, and the vowels, A, E, I, O, U, except D. For example, love, love, pronounce it, love, love. What of these sounds do you think is the last sound of this verb?
E.
V.
V as in Victor. So in past tense, what is the pronunciation? Loved. Pronounce it d, d, d. The pronunciation is like with T. T. Loved is relaxed. Loved, loved. Asked, asked. Asked is strong. Loved is relaxed. Loved. The sound of the D. Loved. Loved. Is not loved, right? I love it so much. My boyfriend teacher, but he went to the mission. No, you didn't love him. You loved him, right? What about male? Pronounce it, male. Male. What is that sound?
L.
L, right? Male.
Meld.
Meld. And again, I still write the ED rule, right? Todavía los escribo con ed, pero no los pronuncio con ed. It's mailed. Let's see, another one. Apply. Apply. What of these sounds do you consider apply ends?
E.
Apply.
Ajá.
I. It's a vowel, right? Recuerden que es el último sonido. No tiene que terminar con la letra, es el sonido. Apply. I. So, we pronounce it with D. Repeat, applied. Applied. No applied. Let's see, this verb, order. Order, what sound is that?
R.
Sound of the R. So it's not order, ordered. What is the pronunciation?
Older.
Ordered. Repeat. Ordered. Ordered. Burn. 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 What is the last sound?
N.
N.
Sound of the N as November, right? So it's not burned. I cook a cake yesterday, teacher, some cookies and they burned it a lot. No. Ugly, ugly. So it burned. Burned.
But in Eternals, the man that are with one of them is Hindu, I think. He thought like you when you try to do that accent. It's really fun.
So this is group number 2. Questions so far? Don't forget the vowels. Don't forget the vowels. Luis?
Yes, I have a question. For example, if can use connecting speech for the rules for the for example, I order always my books.
Yes, but you need to speak in past tense. Yesterday, last month. I always ordered my books when I was at school. Cuando iba a la escuela. Siempre ordenaba.
Okay.
If you want to use the adverb always, you need to give a little bit of context to your sentence. Yeah?
Yeah, thank you, teacher.
You're welcome, sir. So, play. This is a very common. Play. What is the last sound of play, class?
A.
I.
A. No, it's A. It's A.
Mm.
I'm sorry,
Play.
Isabelina.
So, I would not say play it. It's played. Repeat. Played. 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 Yes, teacher. Yesterday I was playing Fortnite. I played a lot. I will start doing this face, and this is that I'm having a heart attack right now. Convulsing. Okay. So this is group number 2. Group number 2. The last group is the easiest one. We pronounce with id, repeat this sound, id, the verbs with the sound of T and D. Por eso es que acá decía excepto T y excepto D, porque ellos ya tienen su grupo. Los verbos que en su forma original, el último sonido es con la T o la D, agregamos la sílaba id. Accept, accepted. Add, added. Afford, pronounce it, afford. That was the sound of the afforded. Repeat, afforded. Anticipate. What is the last sound?
T.
Sound of the T.
T.
So it's anticipated. Anticipated. Let's see, appoint. Appointed. Decide.
Decided.
Decided. Okay. Depend. Depended.
Dependent.
So basically, these are the 3 groups of past tense pronunciation of regular verbs. Questions?